distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys sitting at 3-2 at this point of the season. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffling. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. To throw. McCord. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. 7 yards there and a first down. The Cowboys at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That is caught by Inning. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 46 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets it underneath to Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they're getting down shy of the 20. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Cowboys offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing.
Ready up!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 30-yard line. Here we go, set!
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one's going to come up short. Low throw. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play again.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Now McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
70 Lions.
To the air with McCarthy. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They begin with a carry for Blue. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go again with Blue. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
42-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. He finds his man complete. It's Webster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Drops the football, put it on the carpet. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go!
Here's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's McCarthy. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
7 yards. It's now third and goal.
Ready?
And McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. J.J. McCarthy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
On fourth down, McCord able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On first down, it's Blue. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run again with Blue. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw. McCord trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Seahawks, first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. They'll look to throw here on first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
McCarthy going to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break. McCord. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And it's Caleb Williams. He's going to find his man, and he did plenty of that, one of 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts quarterback, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Colts improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is the running back. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Texans win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
It's a loss of 6.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start the drive with a give to Blue. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Handoff, Blue running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still working for the coordinator.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Penix. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Dallas.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
17 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Toss play to the right to Blue. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
He'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Going deep for Walker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Webster. And he gets it to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air again, McCarthy. Outright to Smith-Njigba. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Penix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They hand it off. It's Blue. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And 3 at the 35-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Caught here by Conley. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Second and 6.
McCarthy off the play fake. He's got the hook up with Conley. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got his man. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Donovan Ezaraku just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
A 10-yard gain.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
Let's go.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Seahawks offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. looking to put a drive together. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here. Safe. They push him back to the 34. Here comes 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Let go!
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go.
Back to throw. McCarthy. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And looking to throw, Penix. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On the give, this is Blue. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A play fake. Now Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On the bootleg, it's Penix. A rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 15. Under 1:20 to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Extra point right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. Now that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Let's go. 19-18. Go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cowboys, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.